Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Washington Commanders franchise here on Madden NFL 24 as the Commanders are fresh off of their bye week and they're looking to get back on the field this week in Cleveland against the 6-7 Cleveland Browns, which has been a nice bounce back year for them. Last year they had the number one overall pick in the draft and this year they're about 500. Still probably a long shot to reach the postseason, but it's not out of the question for them yet. While Washington's just trying to get a rare win on the season. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. As we're live here at kickoff in Week 15, it'll be Cleveland starting off with the football as we are underway. As this one's fielded inside the 5, and it's going to be brought out to the 25-yard line, and that'll bring out Deshaun Watson, who's had himself a pretty good year here for Cleveland. It's been a rocky tenure for him in a Browns uniform. Last year was not very good, but he's back at it this year, playing pretty well. First play of the game is a 17-yard strike across the middle to Joshua Palmer, who's been traded a couple of seasons in a row. Came over in the offseason from the Chicago Bears. That sent Denzel Ward to them. And, well, he gets the first catch of the game. Chubb goes nowhere on his first carry. His 2nd and 10. Watson goes in the backfield. A 5-yard sack for Sweat. Turned around right into him. And it's 3rd and 15 early for Cleveland. It's Watson to throw and throws an absolute dime up the sideline. Caught by Troy Franklin. Nice first down there. Out to the 40. Watson on a read option. Keeps it. Gets a great block on the outside. And he's going to get sprung for 21. And Cleveland is in the red zone. Nice play calling here early by the Browns. As the next play, Watson feels some more pressure, and he gets outside the pocket, gets hit down. Could have been a late unnecessary roughness call, but luckily, because Watson was giving himself up. 2nd and 1, quick pass out to the right side. That's a first down. Inside the 5 goes Palmer. And it's goal to go for Cleveland. They come in a goal line package, toss it out for Chubb, who absolutely levels Tranquil, but a sea of Commanders get to him. Loss of 5. Makes it now 2nd and goal from the 10. Wide receivers on this play, but it doesn't matter as Allen goes backwards again. That time Jonathan Allen gets to him. And now you got 3rd and goal from the 11. Cleveland trying to punch it in the end zone as Watson gets outside the pocket. He's going to tuck it, he's going to run, and he's going to get all the way to the 1-yard line on 4th and goal. But Cleveland's feeling aggressive. They're going to go for the touchdown here, not wanting to settle for 3. They go to the air. Watson to throw it right side. It's batted down by Fuller. Interesting play call because you do have Chubb in the backfield, and Cleveland gets nothing. So Washington will come out to take their first drive of the ball game as Penix Jr.'s stats do not look good. He has to go 99 yards on his first drive if he wants to get a touchdown here. They come out 3 tight ends actually to throw it, says McLaurin is the target, and he's knocked away by Martin Emerson. That's the matchup to watch today. Number 1 wide receiver, number 1 corner. 2nd and 10. This time they go to Singletary on the ground trying to get some space. He doesn't get much. Maybe he gets 1. And that was 3rd and 10. Goal line set for Washington, just not trying to take a safety, and they'll give their punt team a little bit of space. But you're punting within your end zone. So Cleveland's going to get good field position on this next drive. Here they are 1st and 10 from our 29. And off play action, there's a strike to Cedric Tillman, who's having a career year. Career highs in all receptions, yards, and touchdowns. He gets another goal to go try here for Cleveland from the 6. Handoff Chubb, who trucks Anzalone and picks up 4. Now at the 2-yard line in the gun. They're going to trust Chubb again left side, and this time he won't get through Anzalone. Maybe picks up 1. It's 3rd and goal. Cleveland will trust Chubb for a 3rd time, and he's going to get in there. I mean, Chubb, if you give him the opportunities, will score. Cleveland strikes first. They're up 7-0. So that brings the kickoff. Mitch Wishnowsky is the kicker, as here's Greg Gray, the rookie out of William & Mary. Feels it as goal line, right side. He's got an alley, and Greg Gray could go the distance. 1 man to beat. He's not going to get him. And that's going to be a 100-yard kick return touchdown for Greg Gray. The 2nd kick return touchdown in all of the National Football League this season. And just like that, we're back to square one as Cleveland's offense is back on the field. As there's a nice 2-yard stop. Drew Tranquil there. 3rd and 6 now for Cleveland. As here comes Allen, who trucks the right guard. Brings down Watson for a sack. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. This one knotted up at 7 apiece. But Washington does have the football, and they're deep in Cleveland territory. And it's 1st and 10 from the 11. Penix is empty. Drops back the throw, and he's going to go down. McLaughlin gets through Wilkinson on that left guard spot. Brings him down for a loss of 5. Now 3rd and 15 for Washington. Penix tries to step up, and he's going to be brought down again. McLaughlin ends that drive with 2 sacks. But Washington takes the lead off the field goal from Little. 10-7 now your score off play fake. Here's Chubb wide open. Nobody covers Chubb off of the play fake as he gets 9, and Chase Young will have to come off the field with an injury. He would be okay. Remember last week he also signed a 3-year contract extension. As on 3rd and 1, they're not going to get it. 3 Commanders in the backfield. Browns will punt it. So Washington gets the football back, and on 1st and 10, an absolute dot to Ricky Dockery on the sidelines. 20-yard strike from Penix Jr. We don't see the deep ball very often from Washington. As the next play, Singletary tries to hurdle a defender, and he loses the football. Thankfully, it's picked up by Washington. Don't think he'll try that again, as Singletary, a very small size running back, as he's going to keep it on the ground here, though, and pick up the 1st down. Out to the 30, 1st and 10. Washington goes empty. Penix has Dockery in the flats, and he's going to get 8. Makes it now 2nd and 2. This time Singletary joins on the backfield to get the carry, and he'll have the space tracked down by Mondon Jr., but not after getting the 1st down. Red zone trip here for Washington. Handoff Singletary left side. Gets great blocks from McLaurin and Wilson, and he's going to get sprung inside the 5 for a goal-to-go try for Washington. They're going to throw it. Penix steps up to run, and he puts the football on the ground. He fumbles inside the 5, picked up by the Browns. A red zone turnover for the Commanders. Tell me if you haven't heard that one before. So Cleveland gets the ball at their own 2, but they're going to get put backwards, and Washington's going to get 2 points. A safety there by the Commanders, so at least they get something. As it's 12-7, they get the football back. 1st and 10, Penix across the middle. It gets that pass knocked down. 2nd and 10 now. Handoff to Singletary. Cuts it back, picks up 5. And now you have a 3rd and 5 here from Washington. Penix Jr. to throw. He has Garrett coming around the edge, and he's just going to step up and pick up a yard rushing. That's the Myles Garrett effect. We punt the ball back to Cleveland. Next drive for the Browns. Here's a quick out pass to Palmer, who picks up 6, as Watson's had a good start to this ballgame. 2nd and 4. Sweat doesn't get fooled on the read option. He brings down Watson for a loss of 3. Now 3rd and 7 for Cleveland. Chubb in the backfield. They're trying to set up a screen for him, and it's not going to work. A 3 and out for Cleveland. Gives the football back to Washington as we hit the 2-minute warning. Penix, first play, has no chance as Wilkinson just gets absolutely bodied again. That's 3 sacks by McLaughlin on Elijah Wilkinson. Now 2nd and 15. Washington letting the clock run down in case they got to punt it. But great hole on the left side keeps this drive alive. Singletary almost picks up the 1st down. 3rd and inches, Washington will again let the clock run, but they hand it off to Singletary. He'll get the 1st down and a little bit more as he gets to the 35. And now Washington will call their 1st time out. Next play, Penix dumps it off for Singletary, and he's going to be brought down quickly. That's timeout number 2. 2nd and 12 now. Penix back. Drops. Fires across the middle, and he can't hit Dockery. Incomplete. Now 3rd and 12. 3 men. 5 men in the pattern. Penix looks right side. Has Ali open, but he can't hit him. That's incomplete. An errant throw. That'll take us to the end of the 1st half, where Commanders lead this one 12-7 in what's been a very interesting game for Washington. We'll have to find out who wins in the 2nd half. Here's where the playoff races really start to heat up in the NFL. We're in week 15. Only 4 weeks left to complete. We'll start off this week in Philly, where the Eagles play host to the Niners, and San Francisco up 14-7 over the Eagles here early. San Francisco trying to stay in the playoff hunt with the Eagles. They're threatening to get the number 1 pick. In Miami, the Dolphins, they play host to the Cardinals. They're up 14-3. Miami currently holds on to the 7 seed in the AFC. They need a win here against Arizona to hold that spot. And then finally, AFC South battle. The Titans travel to Houston to face the Texans. And right now it's Houston with a 7-0 lead after 2 early interceptions thrown by Mac Jones. Commanders will start off the 2nd half with the football as they're up by 5. We'll start off with a run from Singletary up the middle, who gets a nice gain. One thing you'll notice also, the Commanders, I meant to say this in the first half, are wearing the burgundy pants with the white unis today. They have not done that this season, so Frazier mixing things up a little bit. As there's a nice pass and catch from Singletary outside the numbers. And then there's an interception across the middle. Penix threw it right to Mondon. He had Singletary miss the throw. There's another interception from Michael Penix. As now the Browns will start off their first drive of the second half with good field position. Gain of 3. Tranquil is hurt. He would be okay. 2nd and 7 now. Handoff again to Chubb left side. And he's going to pick up close to the first down marker. He's been bottled up a lot in the first half despite the 1 touchdown. As it's now 3rd and inches, give to him again. And he'll get the first down and a little bit more. Pickup of 7. And now the Browns out to the 35. Trying to spread out the defense here. 1st and 10 as Watson looks across the middle. And there's a tough catch made by Palmer. He was sandwiched and still came up with the football. 1st and 10 now from the 23. Watson again, first down throw. Fires across the middle, and that one is broken up. Good defense from Jatavius Martin on Cedric Tillman there. 2nd and 10, play fake to Chubb. Watson looks to his left, and this one's incomplete. There's good defense by Fuller, who's had a good game. Now it's 3rd and 10. Watson for the 3rd straight time will throw it. There's a wide open man across the middle, and it's for a touchdown. Cedric Tillman. The Cody Kennedy just completely did not play the center of the field, allowed the 6 points. 2-point conversion is not good for the Browns, but they do lead 13-12. That play just shows you how much Trotter is missed across the middle of the field. 1st and 10 is 5-yard catch, but Martin Emerson is hurt on the play for the Browns. That's a big loss for Cleveland. Next play up the seam is McLaurin with a nice spinning grab. Great control of the body. Gets away from the defense. That's going to be 72 to the house. And the Commanders retake the lead in explosive fashion. McLaurin is having a sensational game. They'll go for 2 now. Try to get up by 8 points, and they don't get it. Or 7 points, excuse me. So instead they're only up by 5, 18-13. Browns back with the football in what's been a very exciting second half so far. There's a 4-yard loss for Nick Chubb. Now a 3rd and 12, empty for Watson. And quickly he is out on his face. He doesn't bring him down, but sweat wheel around the edge. As for some reason the Browns moved Wyatt Taylor to left guard this game. If he played at right guard, he would still be guarding Allen. But on the next play for the Commanders, Myles Garrett gets a strip sack. He just straight took the ball out of Penix's hands. An absolute absurd play by the best edge rusher in football. Gives the Browns another turnover, another good field position. There's a quick strike to Palmer out to the 17. Next play again, Watson to throw. Rolls to his left, doesn't like what he sees. He just fires this one out of bounds. 2nd and 10 now from the 17. They'll go to Chubb again, who gets outside, outruns Allen, and there's a saving tackle by Martin. Big time, might have scored if he didn't make that tackle. Now 3rd and 6, 2 tight ends for the Browns. They go play fake to Chubb. Watson scanning, now going to try to run with it. He's going to have the space. He's going to dive for it, takes a massive shot, but he gets the touchdown regardless. Browns score again. They get the lead off of another turnover as they now lead 21-18. As 1st and 10 now for the Commanders. An absolute dime to McLaurin, who gets away from the defense again out to the 12-yard line. Another amazing day for McLaurin, but the rest of the offense hasn't done anything. 1st and 10. McLaurin's open in the end zone, but it's overthrown. That would have been 6. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10. Empty. Penix now looks right side, and he's intercepted again in the end zone, picked off by Cameron Mitchell, his first career interception, and another red zone turnover for the Commanders. Great zone defense from Mitchell there. They give the ball right back to the Browns, as there's an incomplete pass. That time Cody Kennedy with good pass defense. 2nd and 10. Watson looks right side, has a man. He gets 9. Makes it 3rd and 1. Underneath center, Chubb the deep back. They don't run it. Said quick pass left side is broken up. Fuller again with the pass breakup. That's a turnover or a punt away for the Browns as the Commanders will get the football back. And here's Singletary with a big run. Gets a nice block downfield that springs them all the way to the 18-yard line. And now the Commanders quickly again in the red zone. 1st and 10, handoff Singletary. He gets outside again, and he's going to get all the way down to the 2-yard line. The Commanders riding the back of Singletary here, all the way 1st and goal. They give it to him again, and he doesn't get it. Marked inches shy And on second and goal, do you give it to him again? You might as well. And this time, he's going to just slide his way into the end zone. Commanders retake the lead. And what's been a very back-and-forth third quarter, they lead 25-21. Browns with the football, about 2 minutes to go. There's a man right side, but he airmails Cedric Tillman. Second and 10, spread look, give to Chubb, and there's quickly Deron Payne hits him before Anzalone knocks him and finishes him. Makes it now 3rd and 10. Browns are just going to go empty. 5 men in the pattern. Watson looks left side, he airmails it out of bounds, and the Browns get it punt to the Commanders off of a 3 and out. And I'll take us to the fourth quarter, where the Commanders lead 25-21, despite 4 turnovers in this game from Washington. They start the fourth quarter with their ball, their own 38, and Singletary puts it on the ground, but they're already ruling him down, so that fumble will not count. Now 3rd and 4 for Washington. Here's a bubble screen for Wilson, who does get the first down. Nice job there by Johnny Wilson to redirect. Keeps the drive alive. At the midfield go the Commanders. Penix looks short for Ali. He can't hold on to it. Knocked shy, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now, trying to set up a screen for Singletary. It's there. He's got blockers out in front. He's going to make one man miss, and he's going to get spun all the way to the 31. Nice 19-yard catch and run for Devin Singletary. Next play, bubble screen for Dockery right side. He gets a nice block from Wilson that springs him for a first down. And now Rasheem Green is hurt for the Browns. 2nd and 11 now. Empty go Commanders. Penix looks right side for the end zone. He's intercepted again. It's literally the exact same deja vu from earlier, except this time Mitchell is going to take it for 6 the other way. 100-yard pick 6. That exact same play, Mitchell sat right in the zone and picked off Penix again. And the Browns lead now 28-25 off the 5th turnover of the day for Washington. And it's only going to get worse. Penix is hit as he throws on the next drive. It's intercepted right into the hands of Mondon. 6 turnovers for the Commanders today. Browns with the football again in good field position. Ted Karras is hurt on the play for Cleveland as they get out to the 25. 1st and 10. Watson to throw across the middle. He's got a man open. It's Troy Franklin. He gets inside the 10, so it's goal to go for Cleveland, trying to punch it in once more. Next play, throw right side is caught, but short of the goal line. On the 2-yard line, goal line formation here for Cleveland. They give it to Chubb, and he's going to dive into the end zone for a touchdown, his 2nd today. Browns lead 35-25 as Penix looks to get a drive going where he doesn't turn the football over. There's a 1-yard catch to Singletary. 2nd and 9 now. He steps up through the pocket, runs with it himself, slides down past midfield at the 47. Inside 7 minutes to go. Penix to throw again. Looks right side, and that one's incomplete. Knocked away from the defense by Mitchell. He's had 2 interceptions today and had 0 going into his entire career today. 2nd and 10, lobbed outside. There's Noah Clancy getting his first grab of the day, the second-year man out of Oregon with a gain of 5. And now you face 3rd and 5. Penix to throw, has Singletary. This time does hit him on the angle route, and that'll be a first down. Commanders putting together a little drive here as they give it to Singletary again, and he falls forward for a gain of 2. Next play, 5 minutes to go here in this one. Simon set up a screen for Singletary. He's got blockers out in front, patiently waits for him, and he gets outside and picks up the first down again. Singletary's had an amazing day from scrimmage. 1st and 10 now from the 23. They go play fake. Penix keeping his eyes downfield. He's got McLaurin on the diving grab. A 17-yard strike to number 17. Goal to go now here for Washington. They give it to Singletary, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A much-needed touchdown. They cut it within 3 as we go to the 2-minute warning. 35-32. Cleveland with the football. It's 2nd and 4. Washington needs a stop. They give it to Chubb, and Chubb's not going to get the first. Washington uses a timeout. A big 3rd and 2 now. They toss it out to Chubb, and he's going to have the first down and a lot more as he gets brought down to the 11. Washington now on the fence. They need to force 3 to stay alive. Hand off Chubb. He gets stopped immediately by Payne. Pickup of 1, and Washington uses their final timeout. 3 tight ends now, 2nd and 9. Washington can't stop the clock. They give it to Chubb, who has a lane, and he gets inches shy of the first down, but he's also down at the 1. Will Cleveland run it, or are they just going to go for the end zone? It's an RPO, and there's a man open. It's Troy Franklin. Actually, it's CJ Dupree because of the draft glitch. Browns score. They kick the field, or the extra point, and that'll basically do it for this one. The Browns win by a final score of 42-32. As you can see, Frazier is frustrated, and I am too. And I also want to give an apology because this, I don't know if it's Penix, I don't know if it's just me, but I have never played offense like I have this season. It has been atrocious. You look at all of my past series and even my first few years in this franchise with when I had Sam Howell and when I had Jacoby Brissett and when I had Kirk Cousins. I wasn't playing this bad. I don't know what's happened. And I apologize because the offense is just god-awful this year. There's also some frustrations in the locker room. As you can see, tensions on both sides of the football. I think the defense is starting to get upset with the offense. Tyron Smith is trying to calm things down like a leader would, but you can see tempers flare, and we are now mad at each other despite the trip we took in the bye week. So that's not going to help. Here, scores around the league in Week 15 is on Thursday night. The Vikings hold strong as the 1 seed in the NFC. They knock off the Bears 31-28. Fields and Knicks both had good games, but it was Minnesota who came out in front as Addison and Jefferson were just too much for the Chicago defense. The Eagles come back and beat the Niners. Yes, after being down 17-7.5, Brown leads them for a victory. So a major upset for the Birds over the Niners. And then on the AFC side of things, the Bills get an upset over the Chiefs, 24-16. Down goes the 1 seed in the AFC as Buffalo, despite not being in the playoffs right now, is still a team to not play with. On Sunday Night Football, the Colts beat the Steelers 14-10, despite Richardson only throwing for 100 yards. Travion Henderson had 2 on the ground for the Colts to put them out in front, and the defense carried them the rest of the way home. And then on Monday Night Football, the Jets knock off the Chargers 20-17. And what that means is the Jets have reclaimed the 1 seed in the AFC, so going from the worst team 2 years ago to now being the number 1 seed in their conference, thanks to Drew Allar. Here are your players of the week. Singletary actually gets it. He had 253 scrimmage yards despite a fumble. Patrick Queen had it for NFC. We saw Cameron Mitchell make sense thanks to his pick 6 and 2 INTs. And then Tua Tagovailoa had 4 touchdowns for the Miami Dolphins. So let's take a look at the updated playoff picture. Not much has changed other than the Jets taking the 1. The 49ers are now the 7, and the Giants did beat the Cowboys this week, so they have reclaimed the NFC East lead, and they are now the 2 seed in the National Football Conference. Speaking of the Giants, we play them next week at home. They are 10-4, but they are one of our 3 wins. Actually, our last one, we beat them 20-16 in the Meadowlands in the first game of Leslie Frazier's tenure as interim head coach. So hopefully we can replicate that and take care of the football. Cannot turn it over 6 times and expect to win. Other than that, we should have destroyed the Browns today. Nonetheless, we got to bounce back. I apologize again for the offense. I'm trying to play better. I don't know what it is. Offense has been insanely bad this year. But thank you guys so much for the support as we get to the end of year number 4. If you enjoy, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob. I'll see you in the next one.